religions have put us into a box, and the Aquarian age, or the age of the golden age, is all about, I want to put this really in the right words. It is about self-initiation, but the self-initiation is the commitment to your path. It's not about, oh yeah, I'm self-initiated, I don't need a teacher. I firmly believe in the teacher-student relationship. I always have. And Yeshua is a teacher, Mary Magdalene is a teacher, and there has to be a relationship. But I do see that in this golden age that we're going into, or the Aquarian age, as some people call it, the self-initiation is about making a commitment to the path that we want to follow. So thank you for that. I just wanted to ask you right now, since it's getting late and we can go on, could you, did you want to do that chant? And don't worry, we'll do more Sundays, okay? We're doing a lot more, okay?
And I just wanted to just say one last thing before we do a chant, is you touched on something just now about these addictions that we have. And, you know, one thing that really is part of our healing process, especially as women and as vessels for this divine feminine energy, is that we have to break the chains which have made us feel afraid of shining.
Yes.
We live in a paradigm where I can remember growing up and feeling like I was such a huge personality and such a big aura and such a big presence. And I used to be so afraid of how big my aura and my presence was around people, because I could see that people were always trying to put me down and trying to put me in a box and trying to make me tone it down. You know, everything about me, everybody throughout my life was trying to tone me down and tell me, no, that's too big, put it down, and if you take it down a few notches. And so for the longest time, I was really afraid to just like shine and just be myself and feel safe, to be as big and as stupid even as I feel spirit wants me to be, to just take that risk, to jump into that fearful unknown and to say, well, I'm just going to let spirit flow through me, and I'm not going to care what anybody out there thinks about it. It's a very big deal to do that, and it's something that all of us as women carry like a very big burden, that we feel that we have to like play small around people, or you have to be a certain way around your parents, you have to be a certain way around your children, you have to be a certain way at work, and we're just putting all these layers of like, you know, unconscious hoods on that hide our true, massive, huge, beautiful, feminine energy from the world. And so I just really want to, you know, just finishing up on this beautiful subject, to just say, you know, that this is what Mary Magdalene's energy really, for me, has really encompassed, is this healing that happened inside of me through her energy, where I now feel very comfortable to just be who I am. And, you know, whether people like me or not is not my problem. My problem is to be aligned with spirit, to be aligned with God and Goddess. And that's my only problem. And when we all live this way, and really there is no judgment, and there is no need to criticize one another, because we have so much to work on in our own selves. Why do we feel the need to look into other people's reflections when we have such a big reflection to look in for ourselves, for our own self-work? So my feeling and my prayer and my intention and my wish right now, as we complete this circle, is to pray to the divine feminine to allow us to fully embody her bright light on earth, and not to hinder this power that we have, that we carry into the world on her behalf. And when I say on her behalf, it is because I pray that we may relinquish our false ego and realize that this energy that flows through us is not ours, it is theirs. It is their loving essence flowing through us.
Yes.
And this is the essence of bhakti, is to have that humble, devoted energy center that is always walking in spirit connection with our divine creators, and to carry that energy in whatever way it wants to flow through us into the world, and not to feel like we have to tone it down to fit into the Catholic box, or to fit into the Christian box, or to fit in with this box or that box, but to just allow it to just flow and be as bright and as big as it wants to be. And all of us have that potential. And as women, I feel like this is crucial for our healing.
Yes, yes. Just one thing before you chant, Krishna, because what you said was so beautiful. I just wanted to share something that one of the greatest things that Mary Magdalene can bring into our lives as women is to connect with our power, our creative power, our creative essence, and to feel comfortable within our bodies. And when I say that, to feel comfortable with who we are. And what you said is so, so beautiful, because for me, that has been the greatest gift she has given me. And I was very much like you, like, ah. And the greatest gift she's given me is to be able to even go beyond the limitations that I thought that I had, you know, limitations through family lineage, through society, of what it means to be a woman. And I have broken all of those limitations, and I'm still going for it. And
Yay!
yes.
We're doing it for ourselves, but we're doing it for everyone, because as we do it, we break the chains for everyone.
Yes, and the beauty of it is that when we allow, and you said this in the beginning, when we allow Mary Magdalene her light to shine, people can feel that. People can feel her energy, and she wants us to be free. She wants men to be free, women to be free, children, animals. But the freedom begins with the femme form, with the femme body, with the femme incarnation. Why? Because we birth everything constantly. Yes. So when we just break free from all of those chains and say, I'm not that you say, I'm not, no, I am me in my androgyny, my inner sacred androgyny in the female form. But that is something, it's so powerful and medicinal through Mary Magdalene, as her Magdalene flame awakening in women. And as we awaken, we become the tower for other women. We give them the light. Here, take it. It's infinite. Mary Magdalene is infinite. I don't want it for me only. I want it for you. That's what I'm here for. I'm sharing it. You share it. It's so.
And that's exactly what, I mean, that's what Jesus' whole life was about. That's what his sacrifice was about, is that, you know, when he was in India, he was chased out of Jagannath Puri by the Brahmin priests who wanted to kill him when he was 15 years old. Why? Because he was taking all this scriptural understanding and learning from these secret teachings he was finding in India, and he was going into the fields and preaching to the people who were picking the rice.
Yes.
And he was preaching to the poor man on the street. And the Brahmin priests were so proud. They were saying, no, this learning is only for us intellectuals. Yeah. It's only for the royal, you know, with their noses in the air. Yeah. It's only for us Brahmins, you know, it's not for the layman over there. They're just dirt on the streets. And Jesus wasn't going for it at all. So they chased him out of Jagannath Puri, in fact. They wanted to kill him. So this was long before his mission started in Judea. There was a whole other life going on. Those are like the missing years of Christ.
Oh, beautiful.
We could go on for hours, couldn't we?
I know.